Did y'all hear that first reading? For me, it was powerful because it tells us just how special we are to our God. Did you hear how it said that God formed us in the womb of our mothers? How He knew us even before our parents set eyes on us. That He knew us before we were born. How He had already dedicated us in a perfect plan for our lives.
Father David, you mean to tell us that from the very beginning of our lives, God had a perfect plan for our lives?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. God already had something specific in mind when we came into this world.
I wonder what God was thinking when He created me.
Many people wonder what God was thinking.
Now, there's something else so very wonderful about this. When God decided to create each one of us, He had it in His mind and He said to Himself, I know, I will take a little bit of me and I will put into each one of them. Do you know what that means? It means that the possibilities of becoming someone great or doing something astonishing are more than we can even imagine, all because we are created in God's image.
Hey, which means we are perfectly made because He made us.
Exactly.
Hey guys, if this is all true, the possibility of becoming great, that could be the future president of the United States.
Future
Sir,
president?
I bow down to you.
Oh, yes.
And that could be the first astronaut to land on Mars.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Okay, let me tell you. There's a teacher at a school who used to do that. At the beginning of the school year, she would start her class and bow to each of her students in honor and respect. She said that she wanted to be the first to honor the possibility of greatness in each student. In fact, you, this child, she could be the person who discovers the cure for cancer. We need to bow down to her.
Yes.
And 20 years from now, that young man right there wearing the Ravens shirt, he's going to be wearing a Dallas Cowboys jersey, and he's going to be the starting quarterback who's going to take us all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yes! Every one of us is purposely made and made by God. And there is a perfect plan for our lives. Shouldn't everything about this world be better?
That makes a lot of sense to me, Eli. Perfectly made with a perfect plan. David, why are things in this world so bad?
You know what? I think there's two reasons for that. The very first one, I think that people do not live up to the image that we're created to be. I mean, think about it. We have the very nature of God inside of us. And as God's creation, we have His strength. But what happens is that some people live as if they do not have the strength. Some people live as if they're not created in God's image.
It's kind of like Superman. I mean, he was a superhero with super strength. Now, can you imagine this? The Man of Steel being a big old wimp?
No.
I get it. But we have the very identity of God within us. We have everything we need to be like Him in this world.
Yeah, but what happens is that some people, they just don't live this identity that they have.
It reminds me of that legend from India that tells a story about a mouse. A mouse that was terrified of cats until a friendly magician agreed to change him into a cat. That helped calm his fear of cats until he met a dog. So, the friendly magician changed the mouse, who had become a cat, into a dog. The mouse turned cat turned dog was now okay, until he met a tiger. So again, the magician changed this little creature, mouse, cat, dog, into a tiger. But when that tiger came complaining to the magician again, he was now afraid of a hunter. The magician refused to help. He told the tiger, "I will change you back into a mouse, because although you have the body of a tiger, you still have the heart of a mouse.
No, good story, Carissa. And I think it says a lot of why things in this world are not as good as they should be. People forget to live that true identity as an image of God Himself.
If everyone lived the identity of God, we would be seeing the presence of God everywhere we went. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be awesome.
Now, Father, you said that there's 2 reasons why things aren't as perfect as they should be. What's the second reason?
Second reason. How should I put this? Let's say this. God speaks to us. His voice is there for us to listen to. God speaks to us, but among the voice of God, there are so many other voices out there in the world that try to take us away from God. And there are times we're listening to the wrong voice out there in the world.
Oh, I get it, Father. It's kind of like, think about it this way. When I was younger, we'd go to the carnival, to the fair, and, you had all the rides, and it was great to get on that with my family and stuff. But then, when you walk in, and then all of a sudden, there's the games, where all the game booths are at, and you have all these crazy people who are like, hey, kid, come try it, try your luck, and then, they start, you only need to make 1 ball into the basket, and you can take home a teddy bear. That was a little scary for me at the time, and then also, what was really even more scary is, as you're walking, there's this big old haunted house. I don't like haunted houses. And there's a guy standing out there mocking me. Hey, kid, are you scared? Come on in. So what I would end up doing is I had to look up to my dad because he knew what was best for me. Instead of listening to those other voices, I would try to listen to my dad. He would stretch out his hand, I'd grab it, and he would squeeze my hand. Then I knew I was safe.
Thank goodness for your dad. With all these voices yelling at you, they're like, come here, come there. It was your dad who guided you through all the voices to protect you or give you permission.
Yeah. When people are screaming at me, come try their game, it could be a little tempting,
yeah.
But at the same time, I knew all I had to do was look at my dad because he knew it was best for me. If the game that they were yelling at me to come play, he would look at me, smile, then that was a go-ahead, so I'd play. But if he looked at me and gave me the nod, he knew it was best for me because he knew they would probably rip me off or something.
Oh, yeah.
I really like that image, Ernie, because there are times when we hear those voices in the world that try to tell us what to do. There are those people that tell us, hey, try this, come on, it won't hurt you, don't be afraid.
Yeah, in this world, sometimes we have the tendency to do things that are not good for us. And honestly, at times, I don't know what I should or should not do.
And see, I think that's where the voice of God wants to help us. Wants to guide us through all those other voices that are out there in the world. He wants to guide us and protect us. Because let me just say, there are a lot of voices out there that speak loudly, but the one voice that we truly need to hear is that of our God.
Well, Father, sometimes those bad voices out there aren't trying to get us to do something, but instead their words can hurt.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, sometimes people make fun of us out there. They disrespect us or run us down, call us names or make fun of us.
Yeah.
In other words, they just don't accept us for who we are. We are the children of God, and we are made in His image. But some people just don't see that.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. Don't feel bad about it. Because if you look at the gospel today, the people in Jesus' own hometown where He was born, they didn't accept it. In fact, what they wanted to do is throw Him out of town and throw Him over a cliff to kill Him. They were mean to Jesus. So I'm just going to say it point blank. If it happened to Jesus, it can happen to us.
Father, sometimes people can be really mean.
That's true, Ernie. But the voice we still need to listen to is that of our God. Ernie, why don't we show the little ones that skit that we came up with to show them what we mean? You set it up for us.
Okay, so Eli here, he just realized, come to know that he's one of God's children, and he's really excited about it. Well, Father David's going to be playing part of a mean teen, and Araceli and Carissa, they're going to also be playing a part of a mean teen. Well, since I get to set it up, I get to play the part of Jesus. That's why I have this heart.
This is me. I'm so happy with who I am. I'm an image of God Himself. I can be who I want to be because I know God loves me.
You know what? I don't know why you're so happy. your fault that we lost the game. We could have been in the championship game. What was the coach thinking putting you in? Oh, you were the worst player on our team. Oh.
But I know I'm not perfect, but
Not perfect? I'll say far from being perfect. You're a loser. You can't do anything right. The other day when you raised your hand and you got the question wrong, we all laughed behind your back. You think you're so smart? Whatever.
I am a child of God. I am a child.
Nobody likes you. I don't know why I even thought you were cute, or even considered going out with him. You are now at the very bottom of my list. You are a nobody, Eli Vega.
Am I really that bad? A loser? A nobody? Am I at the bottom of everybody's list?
Eli. This isn't you, Eli. Now this is you. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. I created you this way. All the gifts, all the talents, that came from me. I made you in my image. And Eli, I love you.
I'm going to have to say this. That skit is more true than we would like to believe. Because there are some people out there that are pretty mean. They call us names, they run us down. There are some people out there that will not treat us in the way that we deserve.
Sometimes others will be really mean, telling you things that will hurt you.
But there is something that we should all remember. We are all created in the beautiful image of God.
We are the children of God.
And even though we may not be perfect, we are loved by God.
And all the possibilities of becoming great are huge.
Huge! I want to take you this for an example. This little worm right here, it's not much, is it? Little worm. And sometimes people are like, worm. And sometimes it can be used as an insult. It's just a worm. You know, when you look at the worm, it's not much. But you know what? This worm becomes this butterfly. In this little worm is this. And so the next time that someone looks at you and they say, who are you? And you think that you're not much? Remember this image. And this little worm is this right here. The possibilities of greatness.
So the next time someone says something that hurts or really insults you or really brings you down, I want you to do this. Everyone form a butterfly with your hands.
Just like this. Everybody.
Okay, and this is what you're going to say. You may see me as a little worm right now, but there's a butterfly in me ready to spread its wings.
You know what? I want everybody to do this. I want everybody to do this because I want you to think about a butterfly and the way it flies around. You know, it doesn't do this. It doesn't just go straight and then put on the antenna blinker and says, turn left. Turn right. No, how does a butterfly do it? It's like, I mean, it's just everywhere. And I think that's great. Because really, there's no two butterflies that will fly the same flights. In fact, look at these 4 butterflies. Watch them. See? And I think that's wonderful. Because you know why? You're all different. And that's a good thing. You're all different, and you will go your own way. As long as you listen to the voice of God. And you go His way, this will be our symbol from now on.
You know, Father, that means that there is greatness in every one of us. The potential is ginormous, Father, because there is part of Jesus in every one of us here.
Exactly. You know what? Don't look. That one right there, she could become the most famous doctor in this world. We're going to honor her. Yeah, right now. That one right there. What if he's the next bishop of St. Angelo? Oh! Or wait. See over here? Could be like a person that starts a great greatest company that helps all people around the world. We need to honor them. Yes. In fact, there is greatness all before us right now. Possibilities of greatness, you know why? Because when God first created us, He said, I'll take a little bit of myself and I'm going to put it in each one of them. Because in the future, woo, they're going to spread their wings and they're going to fly. They're going to be great.